Yeah, it is a good morning. It's a good Thursday morning. It's the 17th day of April 2014. I hope you are doing well. It's 58 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. It's a cool, kind of a nice, beautiful morning. There's a golden glow casting itself, I guess, upon the Paddock Mall, upon the palm trees here outside the window of the broadcast studios of WOCA, The Source. Thank you for tuning in. Got a good show this morning. Got a lot of guests this morning, so we'll be in here all day.
Yep.
Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry.
Micah Musio. Oh, let me start at 7:35. 7:35.
Okay.
What do I want to do first? 7:35 is I want to talk about the electoral college.
Okay.
Okay. The reason for this is because our elected officials just don't get it. I really think, doctors have to have an understanding of medicine before they practice. Lawyers have to have an understanding of law before they practice.
Yes.
Politicians should have an understanding of the political system before they can be in charge of making decisions.
There you go.
The reason I bring this up is because you could argue all day long why we should get rid of the Electoral College. Mm-hmm. And chances are you're saying it because you didn't have somebody elected to the presidency that you wanted elected. Because you believe that the popular vote should have been the vote that was used to put that person into office. Mm-hmm. There are some good reasons why the Electoral College was put into place. We have had some people way more knowledgeable about this than I ever will be. But I grasp enough of it to be able to argue about it. And so let's do that a little bit because, here's why. On Tuesday, let's see, make sure I have this right. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the National Popular Vote Compact, under which the state of New York, would award its 29 electoral votes, not to the people that were the state of New York voted for, but to the presidential candidate who won the national popular vote.
Oh.
He is absolutely betraying the people of New York State by doing this. He does not get what the Electoral College is in place for.
No.
He doesn't get it, and he signed this thing. And somebody, please explain to him. We've had a couple of guests on who could do the explaining way better than we could. There's a few books, sir. If you don't want to have a chat with somebody, read the couple of books that explain this.
Yeah.
I will do my best, and I'll allow our listeners to chime in on it as well. But we'll do that at 7:35. It's an important topic, and I know it seems contrary to what would make it doesn't seem to make sense that the popular vote would be ignored, and the electoral vote would be the thing that gets somebody into the president. It's the only election we have where there is such a thing.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that, a very good reason. I won't do it now because I want to save it for 7:35.
Oh, good.
All of you who know about this, you don't even need to listen.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you already know. You already know what this is about.
That's right.
All of you who think the popular vote should be the vote that is used to get the person who is elected into the presidency into office, pay attention, because I'm not going to convince you, but I'm going to try to ask you to look it up. I'm starting right now. I should start at 7:35. I'm not.
But
I shouldn't.
This is good because
Anyway, Governor Cuomo. Between him and Bloomberg, I don't know what to think of New York anymore.
I know, Rudy. Come on back. Just hold every office there.
All right.
We'll be happy.
Micah Musio is coming on at 8:25. We will have a conversation with Galen Unel before that, so we will have to wrap it up a little bit early. 8:25 is, wow, that's a short interview. 8:25 to 8:30.
Yeah.
Micah Musio is the managing editor of the Kelley Blue Book guy. That's right.
Yeah.
He's going to tell us some of the 2014 he's at the International Auto Show.
Yep.
Okay. So
in New York.
In New York. So.
It's a theme.
Oh, no, I'm not anti-New York, nor anti-New Yorker, Robin.
Yes, I know.
But these two guys. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it in 15 minutes.
News Bites at 8:35. We'll take the news from around the world, around the nation, around the state, and around town, and we'll deliver it to you. One of the stories, Robin, I said, what? What? There's a rapper. Did you hear the story about the rapper who cut his penis off?
No.
It's in the news.
I can't wait to hear.
I can't remember his name, but you have it, and it's one of the stories that you'll be reading.
That I'll be reading.
He cut his penis off, and then he jumped off of a building.
Did he die?
His name is Johnson, by the way. And not a joke. Absolutely the truth. Anyway, why? This guy did this. I don't know. But anyway, he did this and survived.
Oh, good.
They were able, the rescue guys were able to get him and his penis and bring it to the hospital, bring them to the hospital.
I bet they had to flip a coin as to who was going to pick it up.
I'm just picturing a little tiny stretcher. There's a big stretcher with the guy, and there's a little tiny one following.
That's right. Who's going to resuscitate that?
I mean, he regretted it as soon as when he realized he didn't die, he said, "Oh man, you got it right. You found it. Yeah, you can put it back on, right? Yeah, we could do that." But you've seen pictures, haven't you? You've seen people who've done this before, right? Veterans News today, 9:05. Hank Whittier will be here with his veterans, and they will deliver some of the news items that are important to our veterans community.
Yep.
Dr. John W. Grace is coming into the studio at 9:35. He's a psychiatrist from over in Crystal River. He is creating something over there called the Memory Center of Citrus County, and he wants to raise money for it. So he's having a dash for dementia.
Yep.
It's not really clearly defined.
No, it's not.
It's not a run. It's not a walk. It could be a run. If you want it to be a run. It could be a walk.
It could be a sprint.
It could be 5 kilometers. It could be just around the block.
Exactly.
When I was asking him last time he was in here, how far you have to run? That's what's up to you. You have to run or walk. It doesn't matter.
You got to have rules for these things so people know.
No. Psychiatrists don't believe that, Robin. The psychiatrists think, just don't stress anybody out.
Let them make their own decisions.
Let's talk golf at 10:05. Jim Beckett will be in the studio to answer your questions about the game of golf.
Yeah.
The game that made little balls famous, by the way. Well, that and ping pong, I guess.
Yeah.
The only 2 games I can think of where they use little tiny balls.
Oh, maybe that was the problem with the wrapper.
I guess no. I guess pool. I don't know. I'm starting to think now. Maybe I'm wrong. The Alvarez family is coming into the studio at 10:35. Yeah. These are the acrobats from over at Cirque Italia over by Trinity High School. Your exclamation right there, Robin, was because you've seen them perform.
Yes, outstanding, and the mom is incredible.
The mom is the star of the family. So what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess for Cirque Italia.
Daddy's gonna be upset.
No,
Daddy's gonna be jealous. Martin Alvarez. Anyway, Martin Alvarez, Karina Mira Alvarez, that's the mom. Mm-hmm. Gianna Alvarez is the son, and Ariana Alvarez. I hope I'm saying their names right. She's the daughter. She's the one you said they use as a jump rope, right?
Yes. She's incredible. The son does that tetherbord stuff, and the dad is right there. I mean, he was part of the famous Flying Alvarez trapeze family, so they all are absolutely incredible. But they featured the mom on the trapeze, and she was great.
If you have not been to Cirque Italia, you have today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep.
Right? So.
Yep. And there are 2 shows Saturday, 2 shows Sunday.
And then they're out of town. They leave them for somewhere else, right?
Bradenton, I think.
Wow, did that bird just fly into the window? What is it with the birds flying into these windows?
I know.
Dr. Reginald Griffin and Dr. Salvador Ramos at 11:05. They are both surgeons. They're coming in to talk to us about the advantages of minimally invasive surgery. Everything you ever want to do. They're coming in as part of the program that we do with Ocala Health. Yep. And Strive Physical Therapy. Mm-hmm. Fun with Joe today. I have some more 3 and 5. I'll ask you to name 3 things in 5 seconds. It was just hilarious yesterday. Just so much fun. Just a fun segment. And then when we do speak with Galen Unold, I have some Easter traditions from around the world.
Oh, okay.
Some things that, you think that, well, here in America, this is how we do it. Everybody doesn't do it the way we do it. It's an interesting thing to kind of talk about how other cultures celebrate the same things that we celebrate, but they just do it differently. There's at least one that I think we should adapt, by the way.
Okay. I'm familiar with Christmas traditions around the world, but not Easter.
Not Easter. Okay, well, good. Something new. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Robin and Larry. Y'all are in rare form this morning.
Are we really?
Oh yeah, the rapper and
right.
the little golf balls, and
yeah,
y'all are just really in rare form. Thank you for an entertaining morning.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's really not us though. It's really the news. I mean, this guy's in the news, and golf is the game that made little balls famous. What else can I say?
Somebody's going to.
I mean, would you even know what a golf ball was if it wasn't for the game? No. Which came first, the game or the ball?
Exactly.
I think the ball came first.
Yeah.
Because
I think so too.
I'm sure somebody invented this very many dimpled ball and said, "What are we going to do with this?"
Exactly.
I mean, you think somebody actually went onto some grassy area with some holes and said, "Man, I just wish we had some little balls so we could hit it around here."
Yeah, exactly.
I think the ball came first.
I think so too. Or maybe they had an invasion of gophers and they had these little balls and they whipped off a tree branch. So.
All right, I want to remind you we've got 40 seconds to do this. WOCA and Chick-fil-A. Did I forget something?
No.
No?
No, I was responding to your 40 seconds to do this. That's right.
WOCA and Chick-fil-A have teamed up to give away 50 chicken sandwiches. We want to do this once per month, and we want to give the 50 sandwiches to an organization that you ask us to give it to.
Yeah.
So send us a letter. Make sure it's, keep it short. 350 words is the maximum we came up with. If it's 360, we're not going to worry about it. But send us something in writing to nominate an organization you would like to see receive 50 sandwiches. It's as simple as that. If you don't do it, if it doesn't happen this month, it could happen next month. We're doing it every month from now till December. Deal?
Deal.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. Secretary of State John Kerry is in Geneva talking about the Ukraine crisis with his Russian counterpart, as well as the Ukrainian ambassador.
Ukrainian Ambassador Yuri Klimenko says the meeting will focus on ways to de-escalate tensions between Russia and his country. Klimenko sees negotiations as the only option for settling the conflict.
Fox News Radio's Kate Alexander in Geneva. Should the talks fail, the White House says it's prepared to impose further sanctions on Moscow. The robot sub searching for the missing Malaysian airliner has logged another long day undersea.
The mini-sub's first 2 missions were interrupted for technical reasons, but it has now completed for the first time a full 16-hour scan of the Indian Ocean seabed, possibly the first of many.
Fox News Radio's Simon Owen. Fox News. We report. You decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto. Shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network.
Who would you feed if you had 50 chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A? WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall have teamed up to reward one organization with 50 chicken sandwiches as a way of saying thanks for the great work that organization is doing in our community. And we need your help. See, there are so many great people doing great things that we need nominations. You can nominate your own organization or any organization you choose. Simply send an email to WOCA@WOCA.com. And in 350 words or less, tell us why the organization you are nominating should receive 50 free chicken sandwiches from WOCA and Chick-fil-A at the Paddock Mall. We'll review your nominations and then select one deserving organization each month. We'll announce the winner and even read the winning entry on the air. Make sure to include the contact name and phone number of the organization that you are nominating. And thanks from your friends at WOCA and Chick-fil-A in the Paddock Mall.
Now is the time to take advantage of Florida Credit Union's CD specials. Our 36-month CD comes in at 1.46% APY. A 24-month is working for you at 1.0% APY. All CD rate specials require $10,000 minimum. With friendly service and rates like these, it's not hard to see why Florida Credit Union has your CD options covered. Florida Credit Union, connecting your money to your life. Call 352-237-8222 for more information. Must act by 4/30/14.
Looking for something fun and exciting this weekend? The circus is here. Circa Italia is finally here from Italy. Now, for the first time in America, Circa Italia is making a stop in Ocala at Trinity Catholic High School. Circa Italia is offering a special deal. One free child's ticket, age 12 and under, are free when you purchase a regular price adult ticket starting at $20. This water circus has a limited number of shows at Trinity Catholic High School in Ocala. Circa Italia has done something brand new. A 35,000-gallon custom water stage. Want to see a 365 laser man act manipulating laser beams in front of you? Wait, there's more. That defying daredevil aerial stunts, dazzling mermaid performance, and Guinness's World Book record performers from around the world. Plus, after the show, you can meet the performers and take pictures with them for free. Be here to witness courageous stunts that will create madness under the white and blue tent for every age. Are you excited? The show is this weekend only. Tickets are available at the box office or go to circuitalia.com to get tickets now. Up next, shows in Brandon, circuitalia.com.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line and a new spoiler and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Thank you, Dan and Matt. It's 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Thursday morning. You're just about at the weekend. How about that? Just 58 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. There is rain in the forecast today, tonight, and tomorrow.
Oh, gosh.
Sunday looks pretty good. Easter Sunday.
Oh, good.
Looks pretty good.
Good.
Don't forget there's an Easter tableau over at Druid Hills United Methodist Church tonight from 8 till 9:30.
Yep.
And then also tomorrow night from 8 to 9:30. If you don't know what that is and you want to see some live people kind of creating scenes from the last days of Jesus Christ's life and the significance of that story, you can drive through. You can take your car and just slowly drive through Druid Hills United Methodist Church and take it in, or you can walk through if you prefer. And they have what they call the candles in the bags. What do they call them again?
Luminaries.
Luminaries.
Yeah, and it's a free event too. It doesn't cost anybody anything.
By the way, speaking of events and things, later on when we have Gayla and I, we're going to talk about traditions around the world, other countries, how they celebrate Easter. One of the things we do is we have an Easter bunny, and it is part of the holiday, and the Easter bunny will be here in the Paddock Mall. Let's see, today? Yeah, today. Today from 11 a.m. this morning till 8 this evening.
Okay.
Where is it, Robin? Is it
it's right here, right?
Do I say it or he or she? What is the Easter bunny? Male?
It's a male. It's a he.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's in where Santa Claus was? Same place?
Right.
Okay.
Right between the food court and Macy's.
Okay, right in.
You have to walk past WOCA and go through the big doors, and you'll see Easter the bunny.
You know what I like this year, and I know you know this, the chocolate eggs that have the soft chocolate inside.
Yeah. just discovered
just
those.
Something else to add some fat cells. Right.
I know, but those are so good. I love them.
If you are interested in bringing your children to see the Easter Bunny, but today is not convenient for you, the Easter Bunny will be here at the Paddock Mall tomorrow and also Saturday from 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. both days.
Yep.
So there you go.
And I believe the Paddock Mall closes on Easter Sunday.
Oh, really?
I believe that. I believe the mall is closed on Easter Sunday.
Well, that's unusual, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. I know they close Christmas Day. Well, let me call Brenda just to make sure.
All right. Real quickly, before we get into this thing with New York Governor Cuomo, our condolences to everybody who knew and or is related to Paul Nugent, former Ocala City Manager Paul Nugent. Yesterday I had a couple of letters from some of you. Thank you for telling me that Paul Nugent had died. He was the Ocala City Manager, and we thank him for the work he did here. He's in large part responsible for the revitalization of the Ocala train station, the Ocala Union Station.
Oh, yeah.
The Marion Theater. He had a big role in that.
Yep.
He retired and went to New Smyrna. I believe he was retired. I could be wrong about that. But anyway, apparently he was out on a surfboard with two other friends, was complaining of, I don't know if it was chest pains or maybe he thought it was indigestion. Anyway, long story short, he, I guess he passed out or something. They brought him to the sand and then to the beach. That's what I mean to say. And then they brought him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead like an hour later. So our condolences to the family. He was only 56 years old, Robin.
Yeah.
Paul Nugent. So.
And we have had him on.
He has been a guest on our show, yeah.
Yeah, this station and the one before. This, yeah.
Nah.
No?
I don't think, no, not TMC.
Okay.
No. But anyway, our condolences to the family. All right, let's talk about the Electoral College. Let's talk about what New York Governor Mayor Andrew Cuomo did. The mayor, New York Governor, why am I keep saying mayor? New York Governor Andrew Cuomo signed the National Popular Vote Compact on Tuesday.
Okay.
Now, what this does is it makes the state no longer using its electoral votes the way they were designed to, but instead the 29 electoral votes in the state of New York in the presidential election, which is the only time we use electoral votes, would be determined by whomever wins the national popular vote.
Oh.
The state's electoral votes currently go to the winner of New York's popular vote, but he wants it to go to the nation's popular vote.
Oh.
Even New York's popular vote is an interesting thought there. The campaign has come under fire from many people. Republican political consultant Dick Morris is one of those people. He wrote that the compact is ripe for voter fraud and would guarantee that Democrats win the White House every 4 years. That's what he says.
Gosh.
I don't know that that's true. In New York, the bill was approved last month by both houses of the state legislature. It gives the effort 165 votes, more than 60% of the 270 needed for the compact to take effect. New York is the 10th state to do this, by the way.
Gosh.
The District of Columbia, with 3 electoral votes, has also signed the agreement. So you have 10 states plus the District of Columbia. The other states are Maryland, New Jersey, Illinois, Hawaii, Massachusetts, Vermont, California, Rhode Island, and Washington. The Electoral College was established in 1787. Little history lesson here. It was established so that people who, for example, live in rural areas would be important to a candidate. I can demonstrate this real easily, by the way. The compact has been voted on by at least one legislative body in Arkansas, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Maine, Michigan, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina, and Oregon. So why is this a dumb move in my mind, in my opinion? This is my opinion. This is a dumb move. And this isn't just my opinion, by the way. This is the opinion of people who know more about the Electoral College than I ever will. But it's pretty simple. Let's break it down to simple numbers. Let's say we have 10 people who live in a city. And the 10 people who live in a city need things that people who live in the city need. You know, they need infrastructure. They need, public transportation, and they need money for that, okay? And so that's their concern. When there's a candidate campaigning, they're coming to those 10 people and saying, I promise if you elect me, I'll make sure there's public transportation and streets with no potholes, et cetera, et cetera. I'm trying to simplify it. Now let's say there's one guy who's a farmer. And the farmer says, I don't really need public transportation. I don't really need you to worry about my infrastructure. What I need from you is to give me some tax breaks, for example, on shipping my produce to the city, so that those people can eat over there.
Okay.
Now, the candidate running for office would get an electoral vote from the one guy who's the farmer, and would also get one vote from the 10 guys who are in the city.
Okay.
Okay? So now it balances the playing field. So the candidate says, I need to go to the rural area. I need to go to the farmer. I need to be able to convince the farmer to vote for me, because that farmer, even though there are fewer of them, still hold some clout because of this electoral college, which was so wisely created by our founding fathers.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's done away with, your candidate no longer needs to go to the farms, no longer needs to go to the less populated areas of the country. You could win an election by getting the voters of New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago, Miami, Philadelphia, the big urban areas could be the only places a candidate would ever need to concern themselves about in order to get elected. So now you promise all those people what they want, and you're not promising the farmer what he wants and needs.
Yeah.
And suddenly their vote is no longer important, because the popular vote would determine who wins. And according to this, we've already messed up the intent of the Electoral College in a number of states. How many states did I say?
10.
10 states.
This will be the 10th one. You said New York.
So, I mean, it's absolutely no understanding of the Electoral College or the purpose of it. And we tried, but nobody paid attention. We tried. We invited guests who have written books, intelligent books about this. There was one young lady I remember. She was so smart about this.
Oh, yeah.
Every argument against the Electoral College, she had something that she could say against that.
Yeah.
The only argument that I hear against the Electoral College is that if 101 people vote for the president, for a candidate, and 99 people vote for the other candidate, and the one who got the 99 vote wins because the Electoral College is in his or her favor, then that's not fair to the one who got 101 votes. Well, yes, it is, because let's not forget the reason for the Electoral College.
Yeah.
All right?
Exactly.
Now, I have just explained it simply because I understand it simply.
Yeah, but now you made it better for me to understand exactly what it is.
And I understand it. You know why, Robin? Because we have sat and listened to, interviewed, and allowed our listeners to eavesdrop, if you will, if that's what broadcasting enables people to do. But allowed people to listen in and communicate, by the way, to these people who were trying to show us why it was important to keep the Electoral College intact. However, they didn't pay attention.
No.
Well, these listeners probably did. I haven't had much argument from these listeners, by the way, but apparently in New York, nobody made a stink when they're elected officials. It wasn't just the governor, but he's the one. He put the nail in the coffin.
But that shows,
but the other legislators voted for it too.
Yeah. And like you said at the very beginning, that shows that the elected officials really don't understand what the purpose of the Electoral College, and they have no respect for the founding fathers of this country.
And I don't agree with Dick Morris. I mean, I do agree with most of what Dick Morris says, but the one part I don't necessarily agree is that it would guarantee Democrats would win. What it would guarantee is that the popular candidate would win.
Exactly.
And as soon as it's a Republican, then Cuomo's going to be wishing he never did this.
Exactly.
That's what I think.
That's right.
All right, let's go to the phone. What do you guys think about this? We got a few minutes we can talk about this. Good morning. You're on the air. Thank you for waiting, by the way.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Yes, in a related matter, Eagle Forum meets tonight. Our guest speaker will be Keith Dunn, and he will be talking about the dangers of an Article 5 Constitutional Convention of the States. And this is one of the things that would likely be changed in the event of a constitutional convention, because it would possibly a convention of the states would do away with the Electoral College. So,
And where and when? What time?
We want 6:30 p.m. at the main branch of the public library here on Silver Springs Boulevard.
Okay. All right, thanks, Jim. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yeah, Jim and the Eagle Forum, they really do some good stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry. This is an interesting topic.
It is. Hey, Pete.
Don't you think, though, that Governor Cuomo and these other politicians, they do understand the purpose of the Electoral College, and that's why they're passing these laws, because they're trying to circumvent the Constitution. I think they clearly understand the intent of the people that founded this country, but they're trying to do an end around because they can't just come out and change the Constitution, but they're passing these laws that allows them to circumvent the intent of the Constitution.
Okay, and that makes sense, but the only reason, if this was a game and they're playing it like a game, then they're hoping that this will help them win the game, and I think Dick Morris's supposition, is that the right word, premise, that we would automatically get a Democrat in office because of this is wrong. I think the rural voters will always vote for who is going to represent them the best. I don't know that rural voters are all Republican. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. They're not.
I don't know why this is. I don't know. Yeah, I see what you're saying, and what you're saying does make sense. But I think it's like a bad chess player. He thinks this is the move to win, and it's not. It could be one time, but it might not always be.
Well, please don't get me started on Dick Morris, because I really have a very low opinion of him. But I don't agree with that it is. I think you're right. It's not just going to strictly help Democrats, although obviously if you look at the states that this was passed in, California, New York, Washington, Massachusetts, it is designed in the short term to help the Democrat Party. But I agree with you that in the future, who knows what the future is going to bring, it is going to, it's eventually going to, help all the, the next group that gets into power. But one thing that you and Robin talked about earlier, this is going to make it really easy for politicians to appeal to the lowest common denominator, promising everything, a charismatic candidate with maybe just a lot of big talk, but not really much in the way of concrete ideas, is going to be able to sway the general public in places like New York and L.A. and all the other places you mentioned, and gather a large number of popular votes, but they're essentially going to disenfranchise the people that don't live in urban areas. And I'm not just talking about rural people. I'm talking about people that live in places like Marion County that don't have the same basic values as people in New York and L.A. And I know other people want to talk, Larry, so I'll just hang up and let someone else get on.
Okay, thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. And yeah, I think we as Ocalans don't like to think that Ocala is rural. But trust me, Hillary Clinton thinks Ocala is rural.
Yes.
Trust me. They think Ocala is, and Ocala is rural. I mean, in the truest sense of well, no, not in the truest sense, but okay, we are a city, but we're a small city. We're a low population city.
Yeah. Compared
to the others, and that's the point. And it's really good. And Pete's thoughts about the morale landscape, if you will, of our community, it might be greatly different than the morale landscape of another city. Mm-hmm. It's really possible. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. This is Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
I myself am a bit ignorant of the Electoral College, but I've always had the opinion that irregardless of how the vote was in a particular state, a little panel of people sit around and decide who gets them state's votes. And if that's the case, and I might be wrong, but I don't like that.
Yeah, but
I was represented if the majority of the people voted one way and then they gave the Electoral College votes another way.
But that is not how it is, Dennis.
That's not how it is. Well, then I want to just shut up and listen then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what we'll do? We just don't have time right now, but
okay.
There's not just a bunch of people who sit around saying, you know what, I don't care what the people voted for, this is what we should vote for. They look at their districts. They look at their state.
Yeah.
And
now, don't don't that panel or whoever give all of the votes one way, or do they split so many for one and so many for the other?
No, usually all the votes go to one.
Yeah.
See, then that's not right. Because some of them should go one way and some of them should go the other.
But it's broken up into it's broken up into 50 parts. Okay, so what you're saying is that the popular vote of Florida could be dictated by Miami, Tampa, Orlando, and Ocala wouldn't even be considered.
I think so. Like I said, I'm ignorant about it, but I'll shut up and listen to it.
Well, me too. I'm in the same boat as you are. I'm just kind of trying to rehash what we've been told by people who've written volumes on this. And
all right, I'm going to hang up and listen. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. Nice way to question, though, what we're trying to say here. It is a great question, and I am not the person to answer it. But we have had people who could answer that question.
Yes, we have.
And the way it was explained to me was as simple as that the rural vote across the country wouldn't be considered. That's the way I understand it. That the founding fathers knew that if all a candidate had to do was go to the more populous areas, especially back in their day.
Yeah.
I mean, you went to one city, you could have become the president, but back then you had to campaign all over the place.
Exactly.
And that was the whole intent. All right. Well, I don't agree with the decision that New York State has made. I don't agree with New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, and I don't agree with the other states who've done the same thing. Yeah. And the District of Columbia. I don't agree with it. And I will do my best to re-invite the guests that we've had before who've written books about this, and maybe somebody who disagrees with them as well. Get a little debate going on the air. Let me squeeze in one more. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, Larry, real quick. It's me, Tom. The original purpose of the Electoral College was because of the rural states as opposed to the states that had larger metropolitan areas. States. Whatever the majority of the state votes for, whoever the majority of the state votes for, gets all of the Electoral College votes.
Right.
The original reason for the Electoral College was obviously you couldn't send everybody in the country to Washington, D.C. to tell the Congress who each state voted for. So they had Electoral College people in the Electoral College to carry the message that New York voted for George Washington, New Jersey voted for Joe Schmuckatelli, whatever.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It has nothing to do with the rural area of each state. It had to do with rural areas of the country. In other words,
right. Okay, but
then,
and I'm not disagreeing
North
with
Carolina was basically an agricultural state with nothing but farms and farmers and stuff, and where New York was a metropolitan area. That gave North Carolina an equal say at Washington, D.C. when it came time for the president to be voted for. The Electoral College is obsolete. It's no longer necessary.
I disagree with that, but
we need to get rid of it.
I disagree with that because I don't disagree with what your definition of or what the intent was. I disagree with it because if you don't have the Electoral College, you will have all of the candidates only going to New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Chicago, maybe Miami will be even left out of it. I don't know.
That's right.
But that aside, that's a debate we could have. But let me just set aside, Tom, that debate just for a second and ask you if you agree with this. Because this is what happened in the state of New York. The state of New York voted that their 29 electoral votes, every single one of their votes, will go to the candidate that gets the national popular vote instead of the state national vote.
That's just a plain scam. You read the
That's why we were okay.
It's for each individual state.
But that's not what they voted on in New York. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. Well, it didn't seem like you did. The national popular vote.
Voted on, but that doesn't mean it's right.
Well, it's the law now.
I mean, they voted on Obamacare, and it's not right. It's a bad law.
Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Nobody read the law before they passed. Nobody read the bill.
Different argument. You have to.
Nobody read it when they signed it.
There's no way to
because they passed it doesn't mean it's good.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I'm not arguing that. That's my point. The National Popular Vote Compact that the governor of New York signed on Tuesday puts the 29 electoral votes that get sent to be counted. Every single voter in New York If the state of New York as a state voted for candidate A, but the other 49 states voted for candidate B, guess who New York votes for? Candidate B.
Yeah.
Right, then that's wrong.
Of course it's wrong.
Of course, that's what Larry's saying.
I agree with you there, but I still feel like the Electoral College, as it stands right now, is obsolete.
I would ask everybody who agrees with what Tom is saying, and I know a lot of you do, and there's some good sense being made on Tom's part, but I would ask everybody that when we invite the guest that I have in mind to come on, I can't remember her name, to just, I'll try to make it a full hour.
Yeah.
We'll have her answer questions and at least have an open mind. I'll do the same.
Okay.
That's right.
I'll do the same. And I'll invite her on and have her explain it. She can explain it better than anybody I know. I can't remember her name, but I'll look it up and find
it.
All right, Tom, thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.
I don't think, though, I disagree, obviously, with my brother.
Exactly.
He thinks that the Electoral College is outdated, needs to be done away with.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis isn't sure. It sounds like something we need to be looking at, because to say it's not necessary is either to say that it was necessary back in our Founding Fathers' day and is no longer necessary because of communication, because of transportation, because of everything else we have today. Or it's to say those guys were so smart back then that they realized that without an electoral college, candidates would only need to represent the urban communities.
Exactly.
And that's why I disagree with the abolishment of the Electoral College.
That's right.
And P.S., can I just throw this in while I have 28 seconds to go? I agreed with that sentiment before the conversation we had with this woman, I can't think of her name.
Yeah.
I agreed with you all. Anybody who's on Tom's side on this one, I agreed with you. But when I heard her talk and I tried every single argument with her, she shot me down and made me realize that I had to rethink it. All right, we've got to go to Fox News, and then we'll be back. We've got something fun to talk about with Galen.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Ukraine's interior minister says 3 pro-Russian militants are dead, more than a dozen hurt after clashes at a Black Sea military base. This as diplomatic efforts get underway in Geneva.
Today, Secretary of State John Kerry meeting with top diplomats from Russia, Ukraine and the European Union. Ukraine's foreign minister saying he's arriving with optimism and goodwill.
Our main demand is to de-escalate situation in eastern regions of Ukraine.
However, American officials are downplaying hopes for major breakthrough at this meeting.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen.
The US could soon hit Russia with more sanctions, accusing it of stirring up the unrest.
Strong currents are keeping searchers from entering the sunken ferry off South Korea. 9 people confirmed dead, 287 still missing. And opening statements set for today in New York in the trial of the Egyptian imam charged with conspiring to support Al-Qaeda. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network. Giving.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get the stupid document notarized.
Well, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. You can call him at 789-6683.
Personal Service Center. Thanks, Larry.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
About 40% of the things we buy are impulse purchases. Stores know this, so their goal is to keep us there as long as possible with a complicated layout. The number of people taking Ambien and ending up in hospital emergency departments increased by nearly 220% in the last 5 years, and the majority of those ER visits were by women. The more calories we eat at breakfast, the more total calories we're likely to eat the rest of the day.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Life jackets save lives. We're in Florida. Increasing clouds today and becoming breezy with a shower or thunderstorm in the area, the high 72 to 77. Tonight will be cloudy with a shower or thunderstorm, low 62 to 72. Tomorrow cloudy with some rain and a thunderstorm, high 76 to 80. Saturday cloud and a shower or thunderstorm giving way to some sun, the high 71 to 77. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, this is Joe from Damage Control Services. Join me Tuesdays at 10:30 when we discuss what to do when your property gets damaged, how to fix it fast, and get back on track. At Damage Control, we specialize in helping home and business owners recover from damage caused by floods, fires, storms, tree damage, mold, and all other insurance-related disasters. So when disaster strikes, big or small, call Damage Control Services. Call me, 352-817-6574.
1370 WOCA.
All right, thank you. 4 minutes after 8 o'clock. Beautiful looking Thursday morning. 58 degrees here at the Paddock Mall. And Robin, you just looked it up, and the mall is closed, you said, on Easter.
Paddock Mall is closed on Easter Sunday.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
So it's very rare for it to be closed on a Sunday, but that's one day a year it's closed, huh?
Right. That
Unless
day and
Christmas
Day.
falls. If Christmas falls on a Sunday, then it'll be closed.
Yeah, but Paddock Mall is closed on Easter Sunday.
Galen Newnold is on the phone from Life South, and haven't had an off-the-air chat with him, so he might have something on his mind. By the way, there was something that I wanted to ask Galen about, so let me go to the phone real quick and I'll find it. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
Good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good. It's hard to believe Easter's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you an Easter celebrating family? Is your family?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do something. I'll be on the road, but it'll be good. I mean, the kids always enjoy it. So we're not going to be able to go to church this Sunday because I'll be on the road, but it'll be, I hope they do.
Okay.
I expect them to.
Now, the thing I wanted to ask you about was the pitch, hit, and run. Is that something that people can still sign up for?
Yeah, we actually changed the date to May 10th. We had to push date pushed it back a little bit, but it's going to be May 10th at 9:30 at Ocala Youth Baseball, which is right there on Old Jacksonville Road.
And that's Saturday? That's a Saturday?
That's a Saturday, yeah. Saturday, May 10th.
Okay, Saturday, May 10th. And just to recap what that's about, that's for children in different age groups, right? From 7 to 14?
Right, 7 to 14 of all ages, both girls and boys, and so girls will be softball and boys will play baseball. And then all they do is they throw the ball at a target, and then they run from first to third, and then they hit into a different hitting zone. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope we get a great turnout, and the winner of our area gets to go down to Longwood, Florida, to compete there. And if you win that, then you get to go and do the exact same thing on a Major League Baseball field at Tropicana Field where the Rays play. And then if you win that, you get to go to the All-Star game. So it's a really cool opportunity for kids to get out there and play and maybe even meet some of their heroes.
That is cool. So we will. I feel like we dropped the ball on this one a little bit, not to make a pun there, but
no, not really. I think it's been great. So
Saturday, May 10th, we'll try to kind of rev up our mentioning of it because we kind of
we'll change it on
we
Facebook.
kind of have dropped it a little bit, yeah. So
Saturday, May 10th, we changed the date.
So in your family, I know you said you won't be home, but do you do the typical thing that you might find in my family? You've got an Easter basket, you got chocolate, you hide eggs. Do you do those things?
Yeah, we do all those things. The boys are almost over the egg hiding thing. We never, I always felt that the Easter Bunny kind of took away the true meaning of what Easter is about. So we never really talk about the Easter Bunny or anything, but we have, done an Easter egg hunt. And we usually gather with the family and have a nice big dinner and just, really give thanks for what this day is, and that because of this day we're all free of sin and have a chance of eternal life.
And this is a good time for anybody out there who wants to really know about it to go to Druid Hills United Methodist Church tonight or tomorrow and drive through their Easter tableau. See the living people recreating the scenes of Jesus' last days from 8 to 9:30.
Yep.
There you go.
And of course, tomorrow is a big day, Good Friday. And again, that's tomorrow's really the start of the whole thing, and I just think it's really cool. So.
Oh, today's Gethsemane, Maundy, Thursday, right?
See, Robin knows all these things.
Yep.
She's a Sunday school student now.
I know, but I don't flaunt it. Believe me.
No, I love it. Are you kidding? I probably learned it at one time. What's today? Monday. Today's Monday.
Yeah.
But it's Thursday.
Yep. Monday, Thursday.
It's a kind of funny name, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Don't ask me what.
How's it
Monday
spelled?
means.
How's it spelled?
M-A-U-N.
M-A-U-N?
Yeah.
D-A-Y?
Yeah.
Or D-Y?
Now that I can't tell you. I don't know.
No, it's D-A-Y. It's a day, I thought.
It's Monday.
I'm pretty sure about that. Yeah. Now I'm hesitating.
Yeah, I know I know this is the Gethsemane day, so.
Gethsemane.
Yeah.
The Garden of Gethsemane?
Yeah.
This is the day when Jesus was praying that God would perhaps change his mind or something?
Yeah.
Well, Easter is... let me ask you about the blood supply first, and then we'll...
Here's our guy.
And we'll talk about Easter traditions around the world. How's the blood supply?
Well, right now we're okay. We've built up our own negative. We're a little over a 1-day supply, which is great. And then everything else is in pretty good shape. B negative, we're a little low, but please just keep giving because Easter weekend's coming, and then right behind that is the summer. You wouldn't know it outside with the 58 degrees, but summer is coming, and that's when we really, really struggle. So please just give the gift of life and donate blood.
There you go. It snowed in the Northeast yesterday, right? That's what we heard.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's the wildest winter I can imagine. I remember.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
It's been really cold, so.
It's global warming.
That's what they say.
And then cold, and then hot, and cold. So,
it's global messing with the thermostat is what it is. All right. So here's something in the Czech Republic. Listen to this Easter tradition. There's a tradition where it's customary in the Czech Republic for men to have these, and let me kind of qualify these. These are whips, but they are colorful, soft whips. They're not harmful. They're colorful. They look like they're braided out of maybe yarn or something. But the men will whip a woman that he's got a fancy for. This is an Easter tradition.
Now, how did something like that start?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Look, Jesus got whipped. I'm going to whip you because I love you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a soft whip, and it's a colorful whip. And if you think this is not a good thing, well, the women who don't get whipped feel kind of left out. It's kind of like not getting a Valentine's Day card.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it says here.
Gee. Wow.
There you go.
So this is how the conversation goes. So, you really like me? Yeah, I like you a lot. Are you going to whip me Sunday?
Whip you good.
Yeah, I'm going to whip you good, baby.
Devo.
Yeah, I mean, how does that go? That's exactly, I think, that was the inspiration of the song.
The women, after getting whipped, then give the man a decorated egg or a handful of money as a way to thank them for whipping them. And if the man is old enough, I don't know what the age is, they also can take a shot of whiskey from the woman.
Oh, okay.
That's fantastic.
The day after, I guess Monday, it's still a holiday in the Czech Republic, and the women return the favor by dumping cold ice water on the man that whipped them.
Oh, there you go. Cold showers.
Okay, time to get up. You've got to go.
You know, right now there's some disc jockey in Czech Republic saying, you know what they do over there? They hunt for eggs. How stupid is that?
That's right. They give chocolate bunnies.
True.
How stupid is that?
Yeah.
They hard boil the eggs and then they.
The big princess is over there. They're probably saying, "Don't talk too loud. Putin may hear us."
Right. In Cyprus, the island that looks like Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
Oh yeah.
In Cyprus, I always thought that when I was a kid. In Cyprus, let's see. The boys in the neighborhood scour the town for scraps of wood to be used in a bonfire. Sometimes the boys are so anxious to be the one who gets the most wood, there will be a fight.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I saw the wood first, and no. I said, give me that wood. Give me that wood. This is crazy. So
all right.
A big bonfire is made from the scraps of wood that they...
Wow.
In Bermuda, as a way to symbolize Christ rising from his grave, the people of Bermuda fly specially made colorful kites.
Oh, wow.
The Easter...
Well, that's kind of nice.
It is
That's better than getting whipped.
That's the one I thought...
And let's be honest, where would you rather be in April? Bermuda or the Czech Republic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you rather be just about any time of the year? Right?
The kites are flown high in the sky to symbolize the ascension of Jesus Christ. At the end of the day, awards are handed out for the best made kites.
Oh, nice.
Well, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, I think that maybe it's just because we're Western Europe and not Eastern, or we're more Westerners than we are Eastern Europe. But I could buy into the whole thing from Bermuda.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Who doesn't want to fly a kite in the spring?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a kind of a neat idea.
It is.
I think maybe that's one we should...
it's very neat. We should incorporate that.
Yeah, we should adapt or whatever
Yes,
they say.
we
Right?
did.
In Florence, Italy, listen to what they do in Florence, Italy. They have an interesting kind of a chain reaction of events. They start out...
I think that Florence would be very traditional.
You would think so.
That close to the Vatican, right?
Yeah.
You would think so, yeah. Very, very close. You would think, I think, right? They start out with a holy fire. Now, the holy fire is supposedly made from shards of flint from Christ's burial place.
Oh, okay.
So they start a fire with some flint. I mean, eventually that's going to be gone, right? If they're taking pieces away from that thing.
Right.
It's lasted 2014 years. I think it's got a couple more years left.
You think? Okay. I don't know. But anyways,
so.
Florence, Italy, they go and get a piece of this thing and use it to as a match.
Okay.
How do you say it? Holy sepulcher? Sepulcher?
Sepulcher?
Is that how you say it? And what does that actually mean?
That's what I've heard.
Does that mean the cave where he was buried?
I don't know.
Right? Yeah. I think that's right.
So then, anyway, so once they get the fire from that thing, they light a candle.
Mm-hmm.
They put the candle on a cart, and they drag the cart through the city. Now, the cart is gigantic. It stands over 30 feet tall.
Wow.
That's a big cart.
It's a big cart. That's 3 stories tall. This cart, by the way, is the same cart that they've been using for 300 years. Over 300 years.
Wow.
So, after this
I wonder
gigantic...
whose house they stored at. Right? You know, when something like that starts, you're like, hey... You know, the first time you do it, hey, Bob, you going to store this at your house? No, wife won't let me. That's what I think about when I think of those things.
I'm sure you're right.
There's the cart.
So 300 years, 30 feet tall. After the cart with the candle reaches its destination, the fire is then carried to the cathedral square by city officials while the cart is loaded with fireworks.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a good day.
When everything is ready, a fuse is placed on the high altar inside the cathedral with a fake dove tied to the end of it.
Oh, I'm glad it's a fake one. We had 2
I
turtle
wonder
doves
if
here
at one
yesterday.
point if it was a real one. You know,
Probably was.
It probably
Yeah,
was.
probably was. The fake dove is then set on fire by the Cardinal of Florence. As the fuse burns down to the cart in the cathedral square, the bells of Giotto's Campanile ring out to signify that the show is about to start.
Oh, wow.
What follows is 20 minutes of non-stop explosions in the city's cathedral.
Wow.
If everything goes according to plan, then the fireworks signify a year of good harvests and successful business for the people of the city.
Oh, I like that.
That's how they celebrate Easter.
There you go. That is fun. That
big
is
bang.
fun.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine visiting?
Yeah.
Is there an Easter egg hunt here tonight? An Easter egg hunt? You wait till you see what we do.
That's right. That's right.
I'm still attracted to Bermuda right now.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Bermuda's a good one.
But Italy, let's be honest, Italy would be beautiful this time of the year.
Yeah, I'm guessing the fireworks are nice. Yeah. I'd be afraid that they go somewhere. They would just go crazy. In Norway, here's the Norway one. The family sits down to watch murder mysteries.
Oh.
No way.
That's what it says.
How long could that's not a very old tradition.
It's such a big thing that many large companies actually go out of their way to prepare for the Easter massacre that the country's citizens all hope for.
Oh my gosh.
Most major TV stations in Norway actually change their schedule so that they only show murder mysteries on Easter. Publishing companies seek out novels about murder mysteries and actually postpone the release date for Easter. Milk companies even have special cartons made so people can read mini murder mysteries off of the milk cartons.
Wow.
That's got to be a short mystery.
Wow.
Really?
That's what it says.
That sounds bizarre.
It does sound bizarre.
Yeah.
I know.
That has nothing to do. And they're a Christian, it's a Christian country. You would think they would do something with Christ.
Yeah.
You would think.
Well, if you're a missionary there, you're just like, look, Easter Sunday, I get it, it's the holiest day of the year, but we just pack it in. We don't even try to compete with these murder mysteries. and what's the lady from Murder, She Wrote? What's her name? No.
Hey, what's her name?
Oh, Elsa Lancaster.
Is that her? Yeah.
Elsa?
I don't know.
Something. You're
But she
close.
starred in Sweeney Todd.
Ursula.
Elsa?
Elsa? I don't know.
She starred in Sweeney Todd when she was younger.
That lady right there is a hero on Easter Sunday, right?
Yes, she is. Murder, She Wrote.
Also in Norway, by the way, in addition to what I just told you, they shut down everything for a whole week. And that is everything. No work, no school.
Wow.
You can't cash a check. You can't go to the grocery store. Everything.
Well, that's why the murder mysteries are bored out of their minds.
Let me go to the phone real quickly. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Hey, I don't know if you guys remember this, or if Galen remember, or Robin, but when I lived in St. Augustine, of course, I'm a little bit older than you guys, but anyway, they used to have, during the Easter, they were one of the last people that I knew of used to have the Easter parade, and they would take these horseless carriages, and the governor of each state's wife would send a bonnet to put on the head of the horses. Any of you guys ever heard about that? Did you know that?
In St. Augustine.
Yeah. They do that in St. Augustine.
I do think so. Yeah, I sort of remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go to those parades when I was a little kid. They was one of the last few. They used to have they always had the Easter parade. And then you'd go down at the ford, and this priest would throw this thing over in the water or whatever it was, and these people would dive in there to try to get it down near the fort.
Huh. I wonder if they still do that. So you don't think they do it anymore?
I don't know. I was going to ask you guys. I haven't been over there in quite a while. I know they did it for quite a while.
It sounds like something fun.
That, they had that ceremony where they would throw that, some kind of thing, looked like a reef or whatever it was, Catholics would do. Throw it in the water, and then somebody would go diving for it.
It sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good. And the bonnets on the horses, I think they do still do that.
Yeah, I think so, too.
They did that. Each state was represented. They used to do that. But anyway, the other thing, too, my condolences go out to Paul Nugent's family. I used to work with Paul. I was on CDVG, and he was a good guy. He'll be well missed.
Yeah.
You guys have a good day.
Thank you, Lenny. Appreciate that. And I'll do one more because I know we have to run. In Denmark, children dress up similar to the way we do on Halloween. They go door to door for chocolate. You have to give them chocolate when they show up, and in exchange, the children will give you a decorated willow branch. And that's the willow branch is believed to bless the owner's house. That's in Denmark.
Oh wow, nice.
So there you go.
You wonder if, during Christmas, there's some DJ talking about. In the United States, they watch the same movie over and over again.
That's right, 24 hours straight. Christmas.
That is, you know what? If you think about it, it really is crazy that we do that.
Yeah, exactly. 24
but
hours.
I love it.
It's the same. Galen's favorite movie.
The one I only watched for the first time, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
The black and white one. All right. We need a segue, but let me take a phone call real quickly.
Okay.
Good morning. You're on the air.
You know me. I have to catch things.
Go ahead.
It is Angela Lansbury.
Angela.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Blondie,
I knew it wasn't right, but I couldn't help. Yeah.
There you go.
Have a
Thank
good day,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, Kathy.
And a blessed Easter.
Yeah, thank you. That was sweet.
Could not remember her name.
All right, Robin, we need a segue so we can go donate blood.
Well, for all of the Easter traditions and everything, that's a celebration of life. So go to Life South Community Blood Centers, donate blood, celebrate life so somebody else can live.
Please. Yeah, thank you.
Right now, there's some DJ saying, you know what they do? They donate blood. Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's done in almost every country in the world.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is we're actually down in Wildwood. So we're at a closed drive down in Wildwood. So we're excited
okay.
about it.
All right.
Excellent.
And if you can't get down there, go next door to the Cascades on Silver Springs Boulevard, and you can donate blood at Life South there. And then, Ellen, where would you go, Robin?
Right next door to Sweet Bay.
All right, Galen, you have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Good Friday.
All right, you guys are the best.
All
Thanks,
right.
you guys.
We'll take
Bye,
a break. Be right back.
On the next Voice of Ocala, the Voice of Ocala is headed back downtown. It's part of the Here Downtown campaign. We'll be live from Cindy's front porch at Mark's Prime Steakhouse. Come join us down there for Here Downtown with the Voice of Ocala. Plus, it's around the water cooler. Buddy Martin, myself, Austin Tatman will get you caught up to date on all the hot topics in sport. All that and more on the next Voice of Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're streaming live at WOCA.com, the source.
This is the Salvation Army, and I'm Major George Patterson to let you know that the Salvation Army is available 24 hours a day to provide help to anyone. We also have a family store at 120 Northwest 10th Street in Ocala. On Tuesday to Saturday from 9 to 4, you can do your shopping, or if you want to donate, you can call 352-732-4469, and we'll even pick up 352-732-4469. All funds generated by our store go into the programs here in Marion County to help the needy.
All right, thank you. 24 minutes after 8 o'clock, right when you go to the grocery store, you see the blue book, right?
Yep.
You ever look through it and say, what is my car worth right now?
Yeah, I do.
You say,
I like
you
it.
got to be kidding. That's all my car's worth? I've been paying into it forever. Micah Musio is on the phone. He is the managing editor of the Kelly Blue Book. I went to the website, kbb.com, just a little while ago. I did not realize how much information is on that site, by the way. He's going to talk about the 2014 New York International Auto Show. We've only got a few minutes to do this. And Micah, by the way, I guess you don't know who we are, so let me tell you. My name is Larry, and Robin is Robin. So good morning, Micah.
Hello, Larry and Robin. What's going on?
And where are you right now?
I am literally standing at the Hyundai stand next to the new Hyundai Sonata, which was unveiled here yesterday. And I know we don't have a lot of time, so maybe we'll just dive into it and point out that they've radically redesigned the exterior. So it looks more akin to the Hyundai Genesis, which, if you've seen that, the new updated Genesis, very luxurious, sort of an upright grille, emotional design, evocative. It's got this sort of athletic stance. But two bits of technology I bet you'll care about. If you have an iPhone, they're going to incorporate Apple's CarPlay technology, so you can really conveniently use your iPhone from within the vehicle. And another thing that is a really cool technology bit that I haven't seen anywhere else is Smart Trunk. All you have to do is stand next to the trunk for 3 seconds, and the trunk will pop right open, so you can put your gear in without having to fumble with a key or wave a foot under the
Wow.
All right?
Wow. How does it know it's you?
Yeah, it's an amazing little bit of technology, and I'm surprised it took this long for somebody to make it.
Oh, and somehow it knows it's you, or do you have to have your smartphone on you or something?
You just have to have the key for the car in a pocket or purse, and it knows that you're there, and it knows that you're desperate to take the stuff out of your hands and put it in the trunk.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah. Well, and sort of building on that whole theme, too, another car that was introduced yesterday was the Toyota Camry. And when you think Camry, you maybe don't think about like a really emotional design or the kind of car that you get excited about. But that all changed yesterday. They brought out a car that, after only 3 years on the market, they changed every body panel except for the roof. It's really a cool-looking Camry. I don't want to say I never thought I'd hear that or say that, but it's just like a really cool-looking car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so if there's a general theme coming out of the auto show, if you take one thing away from this, it's that cars, just like straight-up family cars, are incredibly cool these days.
Are there any of the self-driven cars we keep hearing about?
Self-driven cars, no, and I'm as a guy who likes driving cars, I'm kind of okay with that.
Yeah, right.
But, they're just around the corner. What you are seeing, though, is a lot of technology baked into the cars. For example, the Subaru Outback has this thing called EyeSight, and basically it's 2 cameras that work just like your eyes, but it sees the road ahead. It can measure the distance between you and the car ahead, so it can maintain that distance with cruise control, just kind of keep a preset distance, or it can even see when you're leaving your lane and warn you that you shouldn't be doing that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've had my share of guys with cruise control on the interstate that set it to 90 and forgot that there might be somebody in front of them. I've had that happen to me. Yeah.
Well, that won't be a problem if you buy a Subaru Outback coming up in 2015. Hooray, problem solving.
So on your website, on the kbb.com website, you have a number of cars that are good cars to get brand new that are under $25,000. Do we see a good price range there at the auto show?
Oh, yeah, no, the neat thing about coming to the auto show is you will see everything. So you've got a wide range. A really cool little Jeep here yesterday called the Jeep Renegade, which is probably going to start under $20,000, all the way up to, I was looking at an Aston Martin yesterday, a GT Vantage, and it's just under $100,000. So it's still sort of a value-priced Aston Martin, but you've got everything from the cheapest of the cheap to the most expensive. That's the majesty of coming to an auto show. Come on out to New York, guys.
Oh yeah, I wish I was. And where is the show in New York? Where is it happening?
It's right in Javits Center. So
okay.
Yeah, it's conveniently located.
And do you guys get to drive them around at all, or at least sit in them?
If I wanted to drive the Hyundai Sonata, I would have to steal the keys and then drive out to the front of the building. I'm not saying I won't do that, but it would take some doing.
Now, are there any cars there that will actually increase in value?
I don't know if anything's good. No, I take that back. I'm looking off in the distance, and I can see the Toyota FT1 concept, and that will definitely increase in value because they've only made one, and it's not even a real car yet. And if I were to do the exact same thing, drive it through the front of the glass of the Javits Center and squirrel it away, it would definitely have a very, very high value and only go up the longer I kept it.
Don't hide any bodies in it, because when the police come and pull you over, you're going to stand behind the trunk and it'll open up by itself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe that's more drama than I need.
Yeah, right. Well, it sounds fun. I wish we would have a chance to do some of that stuff. They should bring the car show here to Ocala, I think.
Oh, that'd be great.
Micah, thank you for being on there. I know we've only got a few seconds left. I mentioned the website, kbb.com. Is there anything else our listeners can look at to see what you're talking about?
Yeah, we've got complete coverage of the auto show there at kbb.com. If you can't make your way out to New York, I suggest coming to New York, but failing that, kbb.com, we've got auto show coverage, we've got vehicle pricing to tell you how little your car is worth, and we've got a ton of great lists, so head on over there.
All right, kbb.com for Kelly Blue Book. Micah Musio, have fun up there. It sounds like you already are, and thank you for being on the air with us today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
All right. We need to move forward and take a little break. Fox News is coming up. After Fox News, we will bring news bites to these airwaves where we read the news to you. Bite size. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Ukraine's interior minister says 3 pro-Russian militants are dead, more than a dozen hurt after clashes at a Black Sea military base. This as diplomatic efforts get underway in Geneva.
Today, Secretary of State John Kerry meeting with top diplomats from Russia, Ukraine and the European Union. Ukraine's foreign minister saying he's arriving with optimism and goodwill.
Our main demand is to de-escalate situation in eastern regions of Ukraine.
However, American officials are downplaying hopes for major breakthrough at this meeting.
Fox Radio's Simon Owen.
The US could soon hit Russia with more sanctions, accusing it of stirring up the unrest.
Strong currents are keeping searchers from entering the sunken ferry off South Korea. 9 people confirmed dead, 287 still missing. And opening statements set for today in New York in the trial of the Egyptian imam charged with conspiring to support Al-Qaeda. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call